Brothers.
Thank you. You ever watch those? You know who Charlie Kirk is, right? So you ever watch him and Ben Shapiro? When
they go out of their way to troll people at these college events.
Well, they get paid fucking money to go there.
And screech and scream.
They make good money when they go there.
They're just being... they're taking internet trolling to whole new heights. I agree with most of their points, but, I mean, they're just going right to these little leftoid campuses and stirring up trouble.
And the thing is that's what needs to happen. Because
a lot of this needs to happen. That little leftoid gets lippy, punch him right in his fucking mouth.
They need more people that are join the college that are more like right hand fist in your face, you know.
Well, they should hand them a piece of
mold
wood
these
and
people.
a hammer and a nail, and those that can hammer the nail go to trade school. Those that can't go to education, because apparently those that can do and those that can't teach. Wank.
I don't.
You're not buying that generality.
I don't buy it. I think So me and my son got into this argument, a discussion, you know, about, he was like, well, I don't want to be a blue collar worker. And I'm like, dude,
well, tough shit. The world needs ditch diggers too.
Yeah, that's a quote from Caddyshack right there.
Yes, sir.
I was like, you know, I said, I kind of take it. I usually don't, it doesn't bother me when somebody says something that offends me, but he was just being dumbass. And he's like, basically blue collar work is beneath him. And I'm like, that's where I fucking come from. You know? There's nothing wrong. There's no shame in it. And there's more money to be made. Because there's less people. The numbers of people doing the blue collar trade is going down and down and down. Because why? They want to sit in the nice.
They want their consequence-free environment. They want all their soy-free, peanut dust-free.
Yeah.
Their cryptocurrency.
Again, their crypto and their gluten-free and their this and that. Yeah, screw them right dead in the bunghole.
Well, what constitute for him not blue collar? I mean, we just generalized what's not blue collar, but
well, I think for him it was, I went to college. I want a job that reflects my degree.
Liberal arts. Liberal arts.
Well, I mean, I think it could be.
I don't know what his degree is.
It could be like ballet. I don't know.
Liberal arts finger painting.
I mean, I've been in the liberal arts part of it before, so I mean, I went to school for it, be music education, but I didn't do it.
Yes, you did.
Music education? No, I never taught.
But
I
you
played.
were educated in the music.
I was. So
you wanted to go teach music? You wanted to go be a band director?
Well, yeah, I was. But the thing is that, I went in the Army, became an aircraft mechanic, got out, and did the same thing. I worked on aircraft. And then, it's like the teacher's salary was here, and then my salary went to like here. It's like, why do I want that?
Good point.
And that's what it is. And there's, there's people that are, making bank, like pipeline welders. There's that right there. Them guys are making over 140 a year.
Mm-hmm. Those are the guys that do all the welding on drilling rigs.
Right.
Make money. They make a year's salary in less than 6
months.
And
they do what they want when they want. They just go out there and do their job.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't do college.
Right.
I was blue collar, and I worked. I did pretty good.
I had a great.
Got in and made some good decisions.
And are you working now?
Nope.
Yeah, you're retired.
I mean, my last year with my package and everything, it was over $300K.
His package. That's a
just
big
saying. So, yeah, there was take home and then all the other bonus stuff.
And it's like, people like blue collar this, blue collar that. They're strong, strong
Mrs.
back and weak mind.
Mrs. Duane got a free ride to UCLA, and she got in there and was like, man, I could make way more money just working for myself.
Yeah.
And she went on to have many businesses and do very well for herself.
Yeah. So I think, I don't know how we got on this subject, but I don't know where I'm
You
going.
started it.
Yeah. What did I say? I don't even remember. But anyways,
What are we talking about?
what are we talking about? Blue collar worker. Don't fucking knock it, man.
We need more of it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we're going to have to continue to outsource.
It's a wide open market.
Plumbers, contractors, carpenters, all the
HVAC.
tradesmen.
Dude, if you're if you can do HVAC, you're
Who's the dirty jobs guy?
Mike Rowe.
Mike
Yeah.
Rowe. Oh, yeah. He's preaching.
Watch
Don't go to college.
Yeah.
Become a plumber. Become an electrician. Become a carpenter.
yeah.
And if you do that and get your contractor licensing,
You
you could rule the world.
yeah. Especially if you move to if you get any of those and you're living in small town USA, all of a sudden you're the only one.
Yep.
Yep. Being
And
a
you
plumber,
got-
being HVAC,
Or you can do both, You got
do electrical work.
You got it all. So
You can make some money. Just saying.
there's potential all over.
Yeah. And those guys now, the plumbers and the electricians are backlogged for months and months because there's just not enough of them to go around.
So yeah, so now I know where this started. This Tom Kirk and Ben Shapiro, going to the college campuses because these kids are idiots. They have no concept of real world life, and neither do the professors. They're giving
Which
it because
is the point, because they're indoctrinating the
right,
youth.
because these people there's some that are our age or younger that have all they did was get out of high school, went to college, got their master's, got their doctorate, whatever, and they got a job
Went
right
back
there.
to college again as a professor.
Exactly. So they have no real world experience.
Mm-hmm.
They have no concept of what goes on in the rest of the world and rest of the homes because they've lived and they've done just that
And they
their
work
entire
less
life.
than 270 hours a year, or 270 days.
Yeah, and what's
Get
her
their
name?
tenure.
And then what's the gay chick that Harvard that got
Had to resign.
Dr.
Well,
Gay,
The
but-
plagiarizer.
Yeah, the plagiarizer, the gay plagiarizer. She is still on making $900,000 a year.
sad but
Nice.
Made basically a lateral transfer, sitting in
Nice.
making
And,
$900K a year,
true. And she doesn't have to worry about any of the overhead for being in charge of anything. She just makes
and she
her
doesn't
money.
have to report to Congress either. And it's like,
There's a career path.
Well, what was the endowment for Harvard? 50 million?
yeah,
Something?
it was
A lot.
huge. I think it was more in the billions. I don't know, but I thought it was 150 million.
That sounds about right. Well, if she cost them a shitload of money, so should she not have gotten bonked on the head and dumped in the marshes?
She'd be with Mulvaney dude,
Mulvaney and Hunter, and they're all there now. They've got
Yeah.
the 3 Seasons podcast.
Oh, that would be funny as hell, wouldn't it?
I don't know about funny. That would
It'd
not funny. Haha.
No, it'd be
I
like,
tune in just to watch the train wreck.
yeah.
So yeah, it'd be like the Palestine train fire. Man, that would be. And they have Don Lemon as the
the
facilitator.
yeah, that would be.
Don Lemon.
Oh, man.
Amen.
Never mind. I'll save that for another time.
Okay.
Why not? We got time.
I was watching a show the other night, me and Mrs. Duane, and it's called "You Are What You Eat." And basically, they got this experiment where they get a bunch of twins, right?
One of them's named Penis, the other one's
They
named Ass.
no, they all these different twins from different ethnicities, different backgrounds, different makeups, whatever. Some are really healthy, some are a little obese, yada yada yada. But the idea is to put them on different diets, right? One is a carnivore diet, one is a herbivore diet. vegan versus meat eater kind of a diet, and see how this affects these individuals. And so Mrs. Duane, right? She and I, as we start watching things, it is now our goal to say, what is the agenda here? What are they pushing here? Like, what was that other movie that came out on Netflix with Sandra Bullock?
Yeah,
and it's the end of the world kind of a thing. And we're like, what is the agenda here? That's the thing that the Obamas were involved in a movie.
Okay.
Anyway, and we were like, what is the
one?
Yeah, fairly recent. End of the world, or
Anyways,
forget the world, or leave the world,
leave
the world behind, leave the world behind, something like that. But we're always looking, what is the agenda here? What are they trying to push here? And that one was deflection. They're trying to deflect, because they're saying the big thing I got out of it is, they're trying to say that don't trust white people, but no, that's not what it is. I got out of it,
that, though.
they did say that, but what I got out of it was they talk about the deep state, right? And they're saying, the real scary thing is that there is no deep state. There really is no these group of people that are controlling things from behind. And what they're doing is they're
trying to diffuse the matter.
Deflection. That's what. Oh, they're deflecting it, making us think nobody's in charge, and that's even a scarier thing to think about.
But
oh
the
my
little girl
God!
sits down and watches her videos.
She got to see the end of Friends. Good for her.
Just,
so anyway, we've made it our mission to say, what is the agenda here? So
that's a good way to look at it.
We're watching this you are what you eat thingy, and it's really interesting because they're taking people's gut health, they're getting their body fat, actual real measurements, and to see over X amount of time if these dietary changes, how they affect the body. And it makes all kinds of sense, and it's really interesting. And then they go into how the processed foods are bad for you, and then they go into how cows are in these feedlots and all the waste and all the methane.
Here's what we're trying to get at right there.
People need to stop eating meat.
You capture the methane. That's an alternative fuel source.
That's their agenda. They're just trying to say, it has nothing to do with the twins. It has to do with stop these cows from farting. That's it. And they're even talking about even these grass-fed beef, truly grass-fed beef, blah, blah, blah. It's really just a burden on resources to feed these things.
They just don't want you to eat meat.
You're cutting down the force in Brazil so that we can import all the meat here to the United States and all this other crap. But that's it. They don't want you to eat meat. They don't. So they want to, this whole Green New Deal crap.
It used to be climate change, but they had to rebrand it because there wasn't
something
or global warming. That's what it was. It was like the global warming. Now they changed it to climate change. The Green New.
It'll change again here in a couple of years.
Exactly. It's the same thing.
Well, it'll stay that way till the tortoises stop using straws.
Yeah.
Yeah. They take a paper straw and they put it in plastic.
Shove it up.
They package it in plastic.
Yeah. I love Miss Johnny Ray, but she had the Coke bottle with the cap on it. She goes, babe, we have to take this and separate it because this could be in, this is different than this. And, we don't want this to be in a turtle nose or anything like that. Well, good thing I'm putting in the local trash.
Instead of dumping it directly into
the ocean.
Yeah. Which is what China does.
Yeah. Well, they buy trash, don't they?
They buy junk.
Yeah, and all these people sailing the world, they dump their trash out in the ocean.
Oh, I know.
They say they don't, but they do.
They absolutely
just
do.
like they did the migration.
Yeah, all
these
sailing channels, all the sailing channels, they're pooping out in the ocean. All their feces, all their toxic waste, all their chemicals, all their garbages, and some of them keep some of it, but they're dumping it all out there, and it's quite legal to do.
Yeah,
you just can't do it within 3 miles of your of a shoreline.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, till you've angered some purple-haired beach dweller.
Yeah. Well, and then they were like, we need to get rid of all petroleum
You get rid of purple-haired people.
because they're plastics. We need to get rid of it all.
Yeah,
And then
there's
the
a
and then
big
the per-
problem.
and then the
What are
congressman
you going to make cars out of?
and then the
Wood?
congressman's like, okay, the glasses that you're wearing, that's made from petroleum.
Those are polycarbonate. Yeah.
That cell phone you have, that that bind, all these things. He was naming it off, and I forget who it was. He was running.
Yeah,
he was
it's all
on
true.
it, and it's like everything you have is fossil fuels. That is what it all comes from. You don't have any of that.
All true. They have no idea. I can understand,
You want to drive your Tesla, you got to have that.
you got to have it. You got to have it.
I think
Not arguing because I'm not driving one ever out of spite.
When what?
no. So I wouldn't. I don't. I would. I thought about looking at one, but the thing is I really believe I like having a combustion motor. I know how it works. I can work on it.
I want them all. I want all of it. I want all the technology.
The thing.
But I don't want to be forced into it.
Correct. I don't either. I don't like that, and I think that we're not the. I don't even think Elon Musk has thought about it because it's never been mentioned, or he doesn't want to say it. But the thing is I think the fallout of having all EV is going to be massive, because the thing is once you take all these things and you build this car, there's going to be accidents. There's going to be okay, it's totaled.
Well, why don't they admit that it's
But here's my
prototyping?
thing is when that car is totaled, where does it go?
Right.
That battery and all that stuff.
And they're not recycling it, and they should.
Yeah, but the thing is there's going to be times it's going to just be dumped and buried in the ground, and then the fallout from that is going to be catastrophic. But we're not going to know about that for another, I'll be gone. We'll all be gone.
No, in the next decade, it'll be a fucking problem because that stuff is caustic as all get out.
Yeah, and it will contaminate
They just need
everything.
to tell the truth. We're just prototyping because we're going to do this on Mars and we're going to do this on the moon. If they were really interested in being altruistic, they would build these low orbit, high orbit, stationary systems to put all this battery operated malarkey on, and then come up with better.
And all the
thrust
blue-haired, purple-haired people that can go up there and
work on they can colonize the moon.
they can take all their feces and rub it on the plants, and
Yeah, I watched The Martian. I know how that works.
yeah, I think that's a great idea.
You didn't see The Martian?
Send all our junk to Mars? What?
Send all of our no. I think
Including purple-haired people.
they need to build these space stations and take all these extremist left-wing type and Sandy Cortez AOC, and they can live up there. They can have a whole different rules to live by.
Yep. Put them in a high orbit Death Star.
Put them right up there,
Let them knock themselves out.
and they can look at us all the time.
Knowing that we won't let them back.
I think that is a really good idea.
I think they should take all the extremists from both sides and send them up there. And
I agree, because
there's
there's
people like us right here. We're the just leave me alone people.
Yep. Get off my lawn. Leave me the fuck alone.
Just leave me alone.
Yep. It's like don't walk up in my yard, man.
Get off my grass.
I mean,
That's why I don't have any grass right now.
There's the falcons and the chicken hawks.
Dang the hawks.
you got hawk problems?
Yeah. Them
I
hawks
thought he
gonna
was
have
just
problems.
going crazy with his Christmas ornaments because he's got shiny.
Yeah,
tape
yeah. He's got
everywhere.
he's got tinsel all over the place.
That shit don't work. Let me tell you.
You're gonna have to make a dome of net.
And the only chicken
Right?
hawk I can think of is the chicken hawk from Looney Tunes. Loop, doop, 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 doop. I like chickens because I'm a chicken hawk.
Reed Brothers.